Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Cade. Hopefully you guys are seeing this video. If not, let me know in the discussion on Canvas, and then I will try to get that fixed. I hope everyone's doing well with the coronavirus, staying safe, washing your hands, self-isolating, all that fun stuff. So, but let's get right into it. So my speech is about if the school system is corrupt. All year I've been researching about education systems in the United States compared to other nations around the world and how ours kind of compares to that. And I was just gonna kind of touch on some main points. I don't have the whole speech out yet, but I was just gonna kind of give you the general purpose, the specific purpose, and the central idea of it, and just kind of lay all those out. And hopefully this helps. So my general purpose of the speech is to help the audience understand what is going on in the United States about the education system. My specific purpose is going to be to demonstrate personal experiences and how it has affected them and myself throughout the process. So for my introduction, obviously I'm going to have a hook that kind of gets you guys kind of interested in my speech. I haven't really thought of anything too crazy yet, but I'm coming up with ideas. And then just a preview of everything, all the main points I'm going to be hitting. And for kind of the first part of my speech, I'm going to talk about the experiences with education systems that I have dealt with. So when I was younger, I went to a private school all the way till sophomore year and then transitioned to a public school. And I could definitely see within the first week how much different the education system was there. And so basically, I was just going to kind of touch on those points, kind of give more specific details whenever I actually give my speech to you guys. Just like I said, I haven't came up with anything too crazy yet. And then my second main point I was going to hit is about the Oklahoma protest in 2018. When I was a junior in high school, there was a teacher strike for wanting more pay from the state capitol. And I mean, I don't really disagree with them on this. This was a really big controversy in Oklahoma by this time. So I really wanted to touch on those points and kind of describe how I felt going through the process and how the teachers felt. I actually did get to talk. So my neighbor is actually my best friend, and his mom is a teacher at Emmett Memorial. So getting as one of my stakeholders and as kind of a second mom, it was really cool to see all of how her emotions going through this process and how she was really pissed off about this situation and wanting more money. And I mean, I don't doubt them about that. So I was just gonna hit that. And then after I give kind of that whole shebang about that, I was gonna give some visuals and talk about them. I don't really know really good visuals for school education system. I was gonna maybe use a book from my private school to public schools, because I did notice how the books were a lot different. At the private school, they were newer and they were brand new every year. And at the public school, it was just kind of used books. You know what I'm saying? So it was just kind of weird to see transitioning from that and just kind of touch on that. But other visuals, I can probably think of something to come up with. And then I was after I kind of showed you those visuals from that, I was gonna go on and touch about a TED Talk I watched, and how it was, it really moved me in a way. I was literally, last night, April 22nd, I was sitting in my game room, just kind of getting homework done. And I watched a TED Talk about a woman who is named Candace Summers. And she talked about how, the education systems in America is causing poverty. And it was really interesting about all of this. And I was really moved by this. And I was going to probably talk more about that in my speech. And just kind of get my, put my input on that and how I really agreed with her on this statement. I don't know if we can bring a stakeholder in on the speech, but if not, just let me know in the comment section about that so I can figure that out, and if I need to do something else, I can. In conclusion, I was just gonna re-hit all the points I hit throughout the speech, and then kind of I thought of a closing statement right now about seeing how we see the education system in the United States isn't really what everyone seems. So everyone comes here to America to feel like fulfill their dreams. Like it's like America's promised land. Like you're here to do what you need to do to get done to be successful in this world. But like in all reality, without a good education, it seems like we can't go anywhere in life. And then I was just gonna end it, say thank you, Kate Kennedy. Hopefully this speech helped. I know I probably was going a little too fast. And if not, you can just rewind and kind of see what I was talking about. But that is kind of what my speech is going to consist of. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys take something from this, because education is really important in our day. Because without it, if we wouldn't have an education, I think that we wouldn't be successful later on in life. And I really think everyone deserves a chance or a shot to be successful. And I know everyone has the ability to, but we can't do that without the right resources. And I think that's what I'm really going to touch on in my speech. Sorry. Thank you guys so much for listening. Have a great one. Stay safe and wash your hands.